Right, the next section is the guitar solo, which is a reasonably long solo for you to get through, quite a few different sections. The solo is based predominantly around the A minor pentatonic scale, but occasionally we outline the F chord underneath by landing on the F note. The F note in relationship to A is going to be the flat six, so the scale choice is either A minor pentatonic or the A natural minor scale, or as it's referred to in its modal context, the A Aeolian scale. Now, in terms of the solo structure itself, it does move around the neck quite a lot, so you're going to, I would advise that you spend a little bit of time practicing your scales in various positions. Remember that the A minor pentatonic has 5 different scale positions, each one starting from each note of the scale itself. So one starting from A, from C, from D, E, G, and then A. So you literally cover the whole fingerboard with these shapes. Something that Jimmy Page did quite a bit, moving around the neck. Anyway, I'll play the first section of the solo. Incidentally, I should maybe mention the progression that's going on underneath. It's the chord of A minor, G, and F, and just back around that whole progression. So here we go. Let's take a look at the first section of the solo. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was our opening phrase. We start off by bending 7 up to 9 on the G string. Then down a pentatonic, 5 on the top E, 8 to 5 on the B. Then 7 to 5 on the G. 7 on the D. Then we're back to 7/5 on the G. Then 7/5 on the D string, sorry, and then 8 on the A string. That's the F note outlining that F chord at the end of the progression. So I'll play it slowly. Section's using a lot of pull-offs as well when you're coming down the scale run. Here's the next section of the solo. 2, 3. Start off by sliding into 10 on the B string, and then 8 on the top E. Then bend 13 up a whole tone on the B, back down, 10 on the B, then slide from 12 up to 14 on the G. Then 13, 15, 13 on the B, 14, 12 on the G, then 14 on the D, and then 12 up to 14 on the G. The two sections together. Okay, here's the next section. More pentatonic runs based around position 1 at the 5th fret of the A minor pentatonic. Start off by bending 7 up to 9 on the G. Just coming straight down the scale from 5 on the top E. 8 to 5 on the B, and then 7/5 on the G. So you get, and then same again on the G, 7/5, 7/5 on the D, 7 on the A, 5/7 on the D, and then we play 5 on the G. We have an open G note there, which I don't know whether that's necessarily meant to be played, but it definitely acts as a pickup note for you to play the next run. So I would advise that you play it, otherwise you'll have a little gap in the solo. So you get. then back down the run again, 5 on the top E, 8-5 on the B, 7-5 on the G, 7 on the D string, then a little hammer-on pull-off, 5-7-5 on the G, 7-5 on the D, 7-5 on the D again, and then 8 on the D string. Here's the next section. Okay, this section starts off with the top half of an F major triad. Actually plays A, C, and F. Starts on 7th fret D, 5 G, 6 B, then 7-5 on the G, 7 on the D, 5 on the G, 7 up to 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 10 on the B, and then 8 on the top E. Then jump up a position to the 15th fret top E, bend that up a whole tone. Back down, 13, 15, 13. Then 15 on the top E, up a whole tone. Then 15, 13, and then bend 15 up a whole tone on the B string. 15, 13, and then 14 on the G. Play it slowly. Okay, we're into our next section of the solo. This section uses a fast repetition lick, which sounds a lot more difficult than it really is. I would suggest you break this lick down slowly to start with, because it is quite involved as regards to the speed that you have to play it. Here it is. So you can hear it's a reasonably fast little figure for you to play. We start off on the 13th fret of the B, then play the 15th fret of the B, bend that up, let it down, pull off to 13, don't pull your finger off the string like I just did, and then play 14 on the G. So you get... That's the rhythm of it, and it's 1, E, 1, 2, 3. So it's 2 16th notes followed by 3 16th note triplets. So it's quite fast, but once you get into the kind of rhythm of the lick, it should hopefully fall into place. So it sounds like this. We finish off by bending 15 on the top E, up a whole tone. Then 12 on the top E, 15 on the B, 12 on the top E, 15 to 13 on the B, and then 14 on the G, and then 13, 15, 13 on the B, 14 on the G, 13 on the B, 15 up a whole tone on the B, 15 on the top E, and then release the 15th fret B string, bend down, pull off to 13, and then play 14 on the G. A lot of notes, but once you get your fingers around it, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Right, the solo guitar now just basically has a question and answer section between, there's a little vocal melody part, and the lead guitar just plays some incidental licks. So here's the first lick. Okay, that's at, it's pattern number 1, but way up here at the 17th fret, or the 17th position. We bend 19 on the G string up a whole tone, play 20 on the B, 17 on the top E, 20 on the B, 19 up a whole tone on the G, let it down and pull off to 17. Play 19 on the D, 19, 17 on the G, 19 on the D, 17 on the G, and then bend 19 up, a whole tone on the G string. So I'll play that lick slowly so you can hear and see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, here's the next lick. This lick involves some quite tricky bends. Here we go. As you can hear, they're just little short, bite-sized licks that, like I say, they answer the call. Well, it's part of the call and response, question and answer with the vocal phrasing. So here we bend 14 up to 17 on the G string. So it's a big tone and a half bend. So if you might not be used to bending that way, make sure that you get the bend nice and in tune, and watch out for hitting any unwanted strings, getting any unwanted string noise. I'm actually using quite heavy strings on this guitar, so it is possible. I'm using a 10 through to 52 on the bottom, so they're kind of a slightly thicker string than average, but with a bit of practice, you'll get a much sweeter sound with the thicker strings. It's a little more hard work, but the general tone of the guitar is a lot fatter. So it was 14 up to 17 on the G, up again, back down, then 12, 14, 12, then drop position and bend 12 up to 14. Now here's the next lick. This has got an even bigger bend for you to get your fingers around. For this lick, we start off on the 10th fret of the G, playing the F note, and we bend that up 2 whole tones. We bend that up a major third from F to A. Okay, then back down. F, E at the 9th, 7 is D, C at the 5th, D, 7, C, 5th, then 7 up to 9, let down, so D up to E, let down. Pull off the C at the 5th, and then play the 7th fret of the D string playing the A note. So all of those licks together so far, we've got we have one final lick, which is a real signature Jimmy Page lick. He uses a lot of these type of licks. Basically jump up to the 17th fret and we play shape 1 of the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're playing the 20th fret of the top E, pulling off to the 17th fret and then playing the 17th fret B, so you get this. And then we have to bend the 20 up to 22. It doesn't actually come in on 1, that lick. It comes in on the 2nd 16th of the beat. So you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That kind of thing. So it's very important for you to get the timing in the right place.